It's Patty Rose with the Kershaw County Current. We are back on the road. I'm very excited to be at the Elgin Pharmacy with Traisha and Dustin Campfield. They are the owners of the Elgin Pharmacy. Welcome. Thank you so much for talking with me today. We appreciate it. So we're going to jump right in. I'm very happy for you and excited that you're celebrating 40 years in business here at the Elgin Pharmacy. And just real quickly, I mean, what does this milestone mean to you all?
40 years, we're just really excited to be able to celebrate that with our community, especially the community, because we know we've been able to serve them over the last 40 years. They're the only reason that we're still here. So it just means a lot that the community has supported Elgin Pharmacy and that we've been able to try to take care of them over the years.
For all these years. And I know that the longevity here for the residents of Elgin means so much to them, I'm sure, as well. So before we got recording, we talked a little bit about the history. The business was founded in 1986. And Traisha, tell us a little bit about your history with the pharmacy, because you're our pharmacist here, and how you all ended up owning Elgin Pharmacy.
I started working here in 2007, so I am working on my 20th year almost. I started working here whenever I was accepted into pharmacy school. I worked while I was in school and then was able to stay on as a pharmacist.
And
the
come
pharmacy,
back, come home.
Yeah. The pharmacy was started in 1986 by Freddie Mubarak and Tony Casey. They had worked at hospitals and they wanted to start an independent pharmacy.
Cool.
So they were looking,
Yeah.
at towns around the Midlands and trying to figure out, and they ended
so
up in
they
Elgin.
started Elgin Pharmacy.
They did.
And it sounds to me like you kind of grew up with Elgin Pharmacy.
I did.
And it's very cool that now you're the owners. How fun is that?
Yes, ma'am.
And I was doing something totally different.
What were you doing?
I actually worked for Modern Turf, which is
Hank Kerfoot, know those
Hank
folks
Kerfoot,
very
yeah.
well.
Yes.
Thomas
So I went to turf school and I worked for them for 15 years, and I had no idea I'll be doing what I'm doing now, but the opportunity came for us to do this, and I left Modern Turf and came, and we kind of went all in on the pharmacy.
So when did you all purchase the business from the original owners?
We bought the pharmacy in March of 2021.
Okay.
So it was during COVID, which was kind of scary, but yeah, it's been a good ride, and so far in 5 years in, and
That's a big deal too.
it is a big deal.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
You made it past the threshold of small business ownership if you get to that 5th year. So I wanted to ask about your vision, but really, Traisha, if you grew up sort of with Elgin Pharmacy and worked here through the whole thing, do you have a different vision than what the other owners had, or do you feel like it's sort of the same? Or
I don't think we have a different vision. I think Tony and Freddie, they started and they built a foundation, and that's what we've just tried to continue to build on, because they're the ones who built the relationships in the community, and they set the standard, and we've tried to keep that and just elevate it and be able to do more for our patients. As technology changes, we're trying to keep up with that.
to
as
keep
well.
up with that.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
are some of those things? I know I forget what it's called, but the packing people's meds for them, and those kinds of things, services.
yeah, so one of the things that we are constantly doing, we're going to trade shows and trying to stay up to date with technology and what the pharmacy world's doing. And one of the things that we looked at, which actually we started last year, is it's called Pack My Meds, but it's a robot that we can actually pack a patient's entire monthly medication into one box and in individual dose packs.
So no more I have to keep up with my pill minder and pack. I have elderly parents, and
Correct.
that's always a concern of A, are they going to fill it up correctly, and then B, are they going to remember to take it? So
Correct, and these packs have all the different medications that are in each dose pack, the date, the time, when to take it, your morning pills, your evening pills. And with that said, we became actually a combo pharmacy last year, which is we do long-term care at home. So how
Really?
patients qualify, they maybe need some assistance with driving, or maybe just need some extra care, and it is a Medicare benefit that a lot of people don't know about, but maybe they should be in a facility, but they elect to stay at home.
okay,
And so what that entails is we we do the packaging, pack my meds. They have access to a pharmacist 24/7, and we also have a what we call health coaches, and it's one of our staff members, and they're the ones who work with the doctors of the patient, who work with the caregivers, and they talk to them every month. So that's their person.
So they sort of coordinate that care, and it's cool that they're with the pharmacy because then everybody's on the same page.
Correct.
The doctor, the caregiver,
and they build a relationship, so they get to know one another. Like if the patient or the caregiver calls in, they know exactly who to ask to speak to, because that's who they speak to every month. So that helps.
And then the coordinator knows exactly what's going on with that patient because they work with them all the time.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
And then with that, we deliver to their home, so they don't have to go to the pharmacy. We do everything for them. We deliver it, and we take care of them. So it's a huge help for caregivers because you have a patient on multiple medications. It can get overwhelming, and we have patients that live by themselves. Their kids maybe live in a different state, and having that comfort of knowing that mom and dad's not going to take the wrong medicine or this and that by packaging.
And there's somebody local that's sort of paying attention.
Yes,
my dad was in Indiana.
Sure.
He passed away last fall, but so I've just walked through this entire situation and scenario in my own life.
Right.
And I know that it was a comfort, those people that were there.
Sure.
Right in front of him physically, because of course I couldn't. It's a 10-hour drive. I couldn't go all the time, so I can absolutely see where that's a huge service to folks.
Yeah, we call that home care pharmacy services. It's just a part of what we offer.
And so if I need that service, do I just call the pharmacy and ask about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool.
And you can also, we have two different websites. We have elginpharmacyrx.com, which is our main website, but we also have a website specifically for the home care pharmacy services, and it's basically just homecarepharmacyservices.com. And you can go on there and you can read how the program works, who qualifies and everything, and the packaging. And then you can actually reach out through the website or the pharmacy to inquire that service.
You've just touched on something that I think answers part of this question. There may be more of an answer to this question, but why are independent pharmacies so important to a community like Elgin or Camden or Lugoff? Or
I think the independent pharmacies, all of us, we're all on the same team. We try to take care of patients in the community. I think we really try to take that extra step to get to know the patients, to try to take care of them. We try to treat them like we would want our family members treated. It's
about relationships.
Right, everything is.
We have people come in all the time, and just update us on what's going on in the community. I go to lunch with some of our patients. It's just good to know that we're serving this community. And, the previous owners built this and have grown it since 2021. Now we have the responsibility to continue that and to build on that and to just to serve the community.
Just carry the ball further on down the field.
Because they were real big on that. They wanted the pharmacy that they'd had for all those years. They wanted it to stay local. They wanted to make sure their patients were still going to be taken care of.
Right. So. And in the same way that they did. They built their success over all these years, for 35 years on that principle.
And you're not going to find that in a big chain pharmacy.
And I don't know too many big chain pharmacies that are out delivering to their patients or helping, offering coordination services. That's very cool.
Right.
So when you talk about delivery services, how does that work?
That is a part of the home care services.
Okay.
So if you do qualify for that, then that is a part of that service. If you don't qualify for the home care, but you still I would love to have my medication package, we can do that.
Right.
And there is a charge for that. It's $9.99 a month. With that $9.99, you get your medications packaged, and
you bring it.
We'll bring it to you.
That's awesome.
Because we have lots of patients. They're like, once they try it, they don't want to go back. They're like, this is so much easier.
No,
it's so worth it.
I'm considered by the AARP to be a senior citizen, but I don't think of myself as a senior citizen. But I know even when I'm on, if I'm on when I've had a respiratory problem or when I had COVID or whatever, and I'm trying to manage like a steroid and an antibiotic or whatever, it's a 10-day course of antibiotics twice a day. I'm gonna forget a dose, and it would be so much easier to have it right there visually in front of me. So that is very, very cool. What are some of the challenges that an independent pharmacy faces today?
I think all across the country, one of the biggest things independent pharmacies face is just the healthcare system, the payment model. It's a struggle, especially with the insurance companies and reimbursements. There are lots of prescriptions that independent pharmacies, we take losses on when we fill them. Like they don't even pay us. We don't even get reimbursed the cost a lot of times, which makes it hard to survive because we still want to take care of our patients. But so that's a struggle.
And a lot of
everywhere.
A lot of the insurance companies own their own pharmacy, so they're forcing
they're funneling their insured
to go to their pharmacy, and so that's a battle too that we deal with. But going back to other independent pharmacies, we encourage. I mean, we're blessed and to serve the people of Elgin. But if there's a local independent pharmacy near you, we encourage you to go support them because you're going to find that relationship. You're going to find that extra. They're going to go out on a limb for you, and something you're not going to find in the big chains.
No.
Right.
And I think that the experience, I use an independent pharmacy, and one of the things I love the most is that I leave the doctor's office. They've, in the magic of the interweb,
right.
They've sent my prescription over while I'm sitting there. And when I was with some of those bigger chains many years ago, I'd wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and they didn't know who I was. And since changing to an independent pharmacy, what I notice is typically I'm within a 10-minute drive from my general practitioner, and by the time I get there, they either like, oh, we're filling it now, or they've already got it ready. They know who I am when I walk in the door, and I'm sure that's a similar experience that your people get here at Elgin Pharmacy. And
we definitely try to provide that. We're not perfect, no one is, but we do try. We try to be respectful of patients' time and give them the care that they deserve. So
and it's just not stressful. It used to be so stressful, especially when I had little kids and they're sick, and you just want to get, you've been at the doctor's office all afternoon, you just want to get this medicine filled and start getting it in them so they can start feeling better. And I think when you're dealing with illnesses, whether it's with a small child or a chronic illness or whatever the situation is, it can be very stressful. And so it sounds to me like what you offer is you take a lot of that stress out of that.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And one of the things I don't know we didn't mention before us, one of the unique services that we do is called medication synchronization.
Okay.
And what that is, it's a program to where a patient is on multiple maintenance medications that you take every month. And what we do is we try to sync them up to where they'll all run out on the same day each month.
Nice.
So, and with that, we assign a health coach, which is one of our staff members, and that's your health coach, and that's who's managing your medications. So they're going to get them all ready for you, where you can only have to come to the pharmacy one time a month to pick them up.
To get all of your meds.
And they're going to take care of all your refills and calling your doctors and all that kind of stuff. So talking about stress and relief and stuff like that, that is one of the things that we offer too, to help take that burden of, did I pick up my medication? Did I get this? We take care of it for you. So.
That's awesome. So as we circle back to your 40th anniversary, do you have any exciting plans? You mentioned WIS is coming to interview you all in a couple of days. That's exciting and fun.
They are. We wanted to say thank you to the community for supporting Elgin Pharmacy for all these years. So on Saturday, June 20th, we are planning a local celebration here at the pharmacy.
Pelican Snowball, the IC trailer is going to be here. We're looking at some other things, but we're going to be doing some giveaways. We have gift cards to local businesses here in Elgin that we're going to be raffling off. And, one of the biggest things that we're doing right now on social media, we're giving away a Traeger grill.
Really?
Yeah, so you can enter, if you go to our Facebook page, you can enter the contest. There's instructions on there, but to win a Traeger grill, and that also with that it comes with a $100 gift card to Cornerstone Cattle Company, which is a local business. So yeah, that's a cool thing, to give back and have a little fun with it, with a competition Facebook thing. And but yeah, Traeger grill, you can go to our Facebook page and enter the contest. And during the event, like I said, we'll also be giving away some other prizes and stuff there. I think Kershaw County Sheriff's Department, I believe somebody there is going to be coming and making animal balloons for the kids and stuff like that.
Fun. So you'll have just kind of a fun afternoon. And tell me again, June 20th, and what time to what time?
11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
11 to 2.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any stories that you can think of unique ways that maybe something out of the ordinary happened?
I do know, which I think is pretty special. I can think of a couple of families over the years that we've had that at the same time we've had 5 generations that we were currently serving.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Yes.
And all 5 generations being served by Elgin Pharmacy. I love that. You have mentioned several times your care coordinators, and how important are your employees to the success of Elgin Pharmacy? Do you have people like yourself, Traisha, that have been here forever?
We do. We have a lot of employees that have been here for many years, which we're proud of that.
Yes.
we're proud that they want to keep working here, and they want to, they build relationships with patients too. Like, patients come in all the time, and they know, and they ask questions, and they remember stuff about our employees, our staff members' families, and so-and-so got married, and this one had a baby, so it's a big family atmosphere. But yeah, we absolutely couldn't do it without them.
And I was saying, they're great. And I think when we bought the pharmacy, we had maybe 8 employees, 8 or 9 maybe. Now we have like 20.
Oh my! Oh wow!
So
you're really growing.
We've grown, and with these different divisions of the pharmacy, and we both. I know I could speak for myself. My previous employer, Hank, he was so good to me, and kind of took me in and taught me and helped me develop into being able to do what I do now. And same way with Freddie and Tony with her. I mean, they were so good to us, and so we're trying to take that and do that with our employees here and provide it is work, right? We use it to support our families, but we're a family, we're a work family, and we want it can be stressful. We try to minimize that the best we can by our workflow and
having enough staff.
It
doesn't fall on too few people.
But they are great.
So that leads me to another question. As a smaller pharmacy, independent pharmacy, what are your hours?
We are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 to 2.
Okay. So, you have a lot of availability then.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
For folks to get their prescriptions
Absolutely.
when they need them. Is there anything else that you want to add for our listeners and our readers of the Kershaw County Current? Is there anything else you'd like them to know? Certainly we want to remind them about June 20th from 11 to 1, the 40th anniversary celebration right here at Elgin Pharmacy. What is the address?
1107 Ross Street.
But you literally can turn right onto Ross Street off of Main Street or Highway 1. Whatever you're familiar with. Do you want to give your telephone number, website, any of those sorts of things if people would like to try to reach out or find out some more information about your home care services or pharmacy services, your Pack My Meds, that kind of thing?
Yes, ma'am. Our phone number is 803-438-5735.
And the website is elginpharmacyrx.com, and there's a lot of information there about the pharmacy, all the different services we do, and you can actually it's easy to transfer. You can just click the transfer button and put in your name and contact information and what pharmacy you currently use, and we handle it from there. We can call the pharmacy and get the prescriptions transferred in, and whether you want to start on our MedSeek program or just get your medicines filled here, we can, or if you think you might qualify for the home care pharmacy services, we can get you set up on that. And that specific website is homecarepharmacyservices.com. And there is a link on our main webpage that goes to that. Yeah, so you can learn about that. And the home care pharmacy services, we don't just service the Elgin community. We go into Northeast Columbia, all of Kershaw County. We have patients in Winsboro.
Oh, wow.
Blythewood, Ridgeway. So we take that service out because there is a need for it.
Absolutely.
And word's gotten out, that hey, my parent or whatever's on this service, and then I guess that's how we've expanded. So, but yeah, we do take that service out. Mm-hmm.
It's not localized just to Elgin.
Correct.
And that's awesome. And you brought up a good point. I know a lot of people don't like changing banks. They don't like changing pharmacies because they think, oh, this is going to be such a hassle, such a headache. But it sounds like you make it very, very easy for transferring prescriptions as well as the home care pharmacy services that you do, the Pack My Meds, all of it sounds like you make it very, very easy to do.
Yes.
Well, I just want to say thank you again for having me. Congratulations on your 40 years in business. And we're just excited here at the Kershaw County Current to be able to share your story with Kershaw County.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and we just want to thank Elgin and surrounding communities for allowing us to keep going, and we're excited about the future and are here to serve, and so.
I started to make a joke about what is turf care school. How does that train you to run a pharmacy? But I guess it does.
Business. I was able to learn business and and stuff there, which
said it's a little cooler during the summer months inside.
Yeah, it's a lot cooler when you're working in the air conditioning than when you're outside doing yards. Well, thank you both again for having me.
Thank you so much.
Just excited for you both and the future of Elgin Pharmacy.
Thank you so much.